And there we are. We're live. Good morning, everybody. A little bit early today. I know. I was ready to go and didn't want to stand around all that time. I'm too much energy. Gotta go. So I figured we'd take a couple of minutes. Maybe we'll chit chat. It's Friday, November 29th. 29th? No, 27th. Thank God. God. Time is going by way too fast. All right, guys. Have you hydrated this morning? I'm already down most of my coffee. Make sure we get some water. That is some good stuff. So we're gonna work out some stretches today. A little bit more advanced stuff. We're gonna do a few down here on the ground, and then we're gonna move up and do a couple in the standing position, and then that's it. We'll be done for the day. But I think you're gonna be able to do a lot of these. They might be a little bit hard, but it's not impossible. You can do it. You can, at the very least, get started on getting to where we want to be, okay? So here we go. Are we ready to start? Are we too early? I think we're right on time. What do you think? All right, perfect. So we want to start with the legs because the legs are going to be very important in today's stretch routine. So let's make sure we stretch it out early. The calves we'll do later on, but we're going to work on the hamstrings, the hips, the groin. Then we're going to keep moving up from there, okay? And don't forget, we're going to do the back. So don't you worry about that. So we're going to start off with the hips, okay? What you're going to do, lay it down on the back. Now you've done this before. Make sure you have your tools, your towels and whatnot. Okay, perfect. Now we're going to bring that hip up. And remember, we're bringing it up. We're not pulling it down into us. We're lifting it up towards our head, right? We're lifting it up as high as we can. Wide the towel. As if you have some issues reaching, you wrap it underneath your knee. Let me straighten the other leg out. Whoops, I'm too far down. I'm too big. Straighten the other leg down like that. There you go. Perfect. And we try now, because we're doing advanced stretches, we've done this before. Now what I want you to do is I want you to try to coax this one as you relax. You're going to relax into the stretch. You're going to let go of that stretch reflex. And then you're going to pull it a little bit deeper to re-engage that stretch reflex. All right, so now we're getting a little bit farther than we normally do. And then we relax there again. Good. Now if relaxed into that, can you get a little bit more? There we go. Perfect. All right, so the idea is not to take yourself and force yourself into a really tight situation. All right, let go slowly. Good. The idea is to take yourself, get to where you're comfortable, as always. Relax there. Right? Let go of that stretch reflex and then try to just coax a little bit more millimeters out of it. Right? There we go. And then you relax again. Right? So it doesn't have to be extreme. Right? We want to just slowly make our way into progression. A millimeter at a time. You don't injure yourself, because if you push it and you injure yourself, then you're out for 3 months, 6 months. That offers you no benefit whatsoever. And then you're going to be right back and stiffer than you were when you started. So you get to where you need to be slowly and carefully. Good. Next thing we're going to work on is the hamstring. All right, we're going to do these standing up. Right, traditional one that we've seen from the school days, right? But here's where I want you to get a towel or a band or something down around your foot. Right? So you don't need it just yet. Right? What I want you to do is keep that back straight and lean forward and relax into that stretch. So we let that thing relax. Good. Keeping that back straight. You got to keep that back straight, guys. You can't. If you break that lumbar, you're going to lose the stretch in the top half of the hamstring. So we get in nice and deep. Good. And then what we want to do is, once we've gotten to where we're nice and deep, keeping our back straight, that's when we want to grab this and try to pull ourselves a little bit more forward. Just to get a deeper stretch. Now, remember, you still got to keep that back straight. So make sure your towel is long enough so you don't have to reach and bend. If your towel is too short and you have to bend, now I say towel. Towels are just convenient that everybody has in their home. It could be anything that provides you something to grab onto, a strap, some laces, rubber band, well, those big thick elastics, right? Anything like that. Strong enough to hold you, right? So now we get in forward and we lean into that. And the cat is additional. You don't need that to do the exercise, right? So once we're up in that position, now we pull to get a little bit deeper. Now, if you look, guys, I don't know if you can see this. See, it's down around the arch of my foot. Don't bring it around your toe because that's going to pull your toes towards you, and that's going to put pressure on your knee. We don't want that, right? With the hamstring, the whole length of the area. Good. So now we've stretched out those hamstrings a little bit. We don't have to overdo them because we're doing a whole bunch of other exercises that are going to be involved with these. Okay, here we go. We're going to do 2 exercises in this position. I'm going to scooch back just a little bit because I can't see the camera and I kind of worry that I may be getting cut off on your end. That's okay. This is Winston, everybody. Hey, Winston. What you doing? You gonna do some stretches too, buddy? Hey. All right, here we go. So we're gonna take our feet and put our feet end to end, right? And the idea is you want to get yourself as close to your feet as you can, right? And you pull them towards you. Now, there's 2 things we're gonna do here. One, we're gonna work on the groin. So you're gonna start feeling tension in this groin area. Remember, we got to keep that back straight. Now we relax. Okay, let go of that stretch reflex. Good. Now, we're going to try with our elbows just to gently push them out each a little bit further together. So now we're stretching at that groin. Relax that groin. Good. And we millimeter it, right? There we go. Perfect. You guys are doing great. All right. And we release slowly, right? Good. That's one. Here's the next thing we're going to do. I know. It's a lot. So now you're going to work on your lower back. So now you're going to allow that lumbar area to bend. And you're going to reach towards your toes. And you're going to try to bring yourself forward. Now you're still going to feel tension in that groin area. And that's okay. And now we're trying to get as deep as we can go. And we relax into that stretch. So once you feel that stretch reflex, it feels tight, right? It feels like it wants to pull your legs up. That's the moment where you need to concentrate. Channel your inner Buddhist monk and relax those muscles. And allow yourself to get a little bit deeper. There we go, just like that. Perfect. Now back up slowly. Remember, we never snap, right? All these movements are slow. Good. Now we're going to work on the hip flexors. You ready? Right. Here we go. So what you're going to do is you're going to lean to one side a little bit so that you're not having so much tension along the groin and in here. And what you want to do is you want to coax your hip flexor open a little bit. Okay? So the leg position is like this. And all you're going to do is you're going to lean down on your knee and open that hip. Okay? Don't push hard. Don't do it quick. Don't snap it down. Don't continue to push it. It's gentle, right? You're here and you slowly, gently, and every time you get resistance, you stop there, you relax. Okay, I can go a little bit further. Good. And then you go a little bit further. So we're coaxing ourselves. So what you're doing here, remember I've said before, if you ever look at professional athletes, they have trainers. And if you ever look at a pro athlete stretch, yeah, sure, they might do a couple of wobbles right before they get on. But the deep stretches, the real stretches, they have trainers that are there moving their joints for them. This is what you're doing. You're allowing your muscles to relax as you push them into flexibility. You're doing great. Yeah, it's a little bit tough. I know. That's why they're advanced stretches, but you're doing it, right? So all this area here probably feels a little bit weird, and that's okay because that means we're making it a little bit more supple, a little bit more flexible, okay? So now we're gonna do a child's pose, and from the child's pose, we're gonna do a couple of back stretches, and then we're gonna lean into a new stretch that I think you guys are gonna love. All right, here we go. So hands and knees, okay? Child's pose, we know this very well, right? We've done this before. Right, lean back. Good. And we let ourselves, now we're going to finger stretch. See, we're going to finger walk ourselves into a bit of a deeper stretch. So we try to get a little bit deeper, hips down. Now we're trying to get a little bit farther, right? So let's get a little bit deeper on the hips if we can. Relaxing the whole way. Good. Can you get deeper? Good. Let's try again. Go a little bit deeper if you can. Relax. Just like that. There we go. Amazing. Perfect. All right. Now we're going to do a cat stretch. Okay. So like a cat. The figure is that when I need the cat, he's not here. Typical cats. Dogs you can call. Cats? No. Winston? No. Nothing. Nothing. He only comes if I got a bag of snacks. I tell you. We're just going to do a few of these. Now let's try on this last one. Okay, here's where we go. Ready? The last one, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go up and we're going to try. Here, hold it. Good. Now relax and try to get a bit of a deeper. So you're trying to raise that spine up just a little bit more. Good. And down. And let's go this way. All right. And we relax it. Just like that. Good. You guys are doing great. Okay. So the next one's going to be a cobra stretch. So we get to lay down. All right. Lay down on the ground. Perfect. Hands are going to be here. To your sides. Prone. So palms down. Okay. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to start off with just getting your head and neck up like this. So you see how it's creating that arch in my spine? Right. Now, we're going to try a little bit more. There we go. We relax and let gravity do its thing. Good. And back down. We'll try another one. You're doing great. You're doing great, right? Give that back. So remember, what you're doing is you're relaxing every time you do one of these. So don't push up so hard with such intensity as if you're trying to break through a limit, right? That's not how that works. When you're talking about stretching and exercising, it's not about breaking through things. Okay, so it's not like you're stuck in a room and you got to break down the wall with all your might in order to get out, right? That's not how it is. It's slow, it's gentle, it's progression. And that's how we're going to do it, okay? So palms down again. We're going to come up into this pose, the beginning stage, and we relax those back muscles. Just like that. Perfect. Now, if you have it in you, we're going to go up a little bit higher. And we relax those back muscles. That's all it is. It's just relaxing. There we go. And back down slowly. Perfect. You guys doing great. Okay. We're going to do a couple of ones a little bit. I might have to fiddle with the camera thereafter. But we're going to do one in this position. We're going to start with what's called the frog stretch. And then we're going to move upward. Okay. So here's what you're going to do on the frog stretch. From the side. I'll show it quickly from the side, but then I'll move to the front. Okay. What you want to do is you want to have your feet ready to hold you up as if you're about to stand up. Okay. Now your back, yes, it's supposed to be straight, but don't worry too much about it because you're going to have a lot of other things to worry about. Now you're going to have to open your hips slightly. Your knees are going to have to open slightly because you're going to take a stance like a frog, right? So this is what you want to do. Okay. So we'll try this from the front so you can see. Okay. So here we are. Legs are apart. Got your feet ready, as if you're ready. So your toes are kind of tucked in as if you're about to stand up, right? And you're going to use your hands. You're just going to push yourself back to rock on your back feet. There we go. And by looking up, this is going to encourage that back to straighten, right? If you look down, you're going to roll. So you look up here and that straightens that back. And now we're just stretching out that whole bottom half of the body, right? A natural position. Squatting is one of the 5 key movements in life, right? It's important that we're able to squat. So this is a big one. Good job, guys. And you're going to feel it as we do more. We're going to get better at it. So don't worry. Perfect. And back down. Nice. Fantastic. Okay, now we're going to start moving up, okay? We're going to move the mat out of the way. We're going to start moving up. I'm going to fiddle with the camera for a second because I'm way too tall for life. That's unfortunately the problem when you are a jolly green giant. I'm not green, but I am jolly and I'm a giant. All right. Let's get some water. You guys doing great today. Okay, so you remember this from yesterday? We did a few of the, right? So now you feel your groin stretch is really pronounced, right? Good. Now from here, you ready? We're going to bend forward. And we're going to try to get down towards the ground. And again, we're not pushing. You're going to feel tension. You're going to relax. Good. You're going to feel more tension. You're going to relax some more. Right? So as you relax, you see you get deeper and deeper and deeper. Eventually, you'll hit a point where you stop. And that's fine. Good. And back up slowly. Right? And don't worry, your back is going to bend, guys, in this one. It's fine. It's okay. All right, you ready? Here we go again. Down we go. And we relax. Because once we get here, we want to be able to just relax everything, including our back. And there we go. Let yourself get a little bit deeper. Relax it. There you go. That's it. You got it. You got it. I know. It's pretty tough. But listen, that's why they're advanced stretches, and you're doing great. Okay, now we pull ourselves back in slow. We don't snap those tense muscles, all right? Guys, you're doing great. You got 2 more to go. We're going to do the warrior pose, 1 and 2, and then we're going to transition into the other side, okay? So we're going to get movement in there. So this is going to involve a lot of core, a lot of stabilizing muscles. Again, not easy, but that's why they're advanced, okay? So you ready? Here we go. So as if we're doing the calf stretch, this is how we started off, right? So it's a, whoops, there you go. I got so excited I almost toppled over. All right, get into your calf stretch, right? So as if you're going to do a calf stretch, you're here. Now you're going to lean forward. Perfect. Now no holding on today because this is important. As we're leaning forward, okay, I'm going to step forward a bit because my movement's going to require something. As we step forward, now we're stretching out that calf. You're good. You're holding it. Perfect. Now we take those hands and we come up like we're doing a top half pencil stretch. Good. Just like that. Fantastic. We're going to hold that for a little bit. Now we're going to do a T rotation. So we do the letter T with our arms, and then we turn sideways. Right? So now we're doing a trunk rotation. Now here's what you're going to do. You're going to rotate the bottom half, top half stays the same. Right? So you do that little move. See, I got too tall is the problem. I'm going to hit all these things. Good. Now from here, you ready? This way and up. Good. Fantastic. And down. Nice. That was great, guys. You want to do that one more time? Because, I mean, listen, that's all of them for the day. This will be the last one. So let's try this one again. You like that one? First of all, it's good, right? It's good for you. It feels kind of cool, right? When you're in this stance and you're like, yeah, look, I can do it, right? So I think a lot of you can do it. If you've been working with me, you've been working on your stabilizing muscles. Now you might have a little trouble. So we'll do it without the movement in the middle. Okay, we'll do one side and then we'll switch to the other side because that could be the trickier part. But I think the main movements, I think you guys got this. All right. Here we go. Remember, not so far that your heel's off the ground because that's going to put pressure on your Achilles tendon. We don't want that. Okay? Nice and stable. Good. Now, we lean forward. We're getting a calf stretch. Feels like we're doing a calf stretch. Perfect. Nice and deep. Now, hands not prone, not supinated, but neutral. The pencil up at the top. Those two movements combined is the warrior pose. Fantastic. Good. Nice and deep. Now we're going to open our arms up into the letter T. Right? And then we're going to rotate. So we're getting a trunk rotation at the same time. So now your whole body is stretching out. Now, for those of you feeling fancy, right? Okay, is anyone of you feeling fancy? Ready? You tilt it up. And you come this way. So now you got a rotation and a bend. But that's only if you want to feel fancy. All right. So we're going to stop and we're going to do the other side. We're not going to do the positioning, okay? Because some of you, that's probably the hardest part. All right. So here we go. This side, same thing. Nice and stable, right? Make sure you're comfortable, guys. Don't rush it. Make sure you're comfortable. Go deep, right? Good. And we go up. Pencil stretch. Now we've combined the movements. Good. Now hands down to the sides, letter T. And we rotate as I move out of the way of furniture because I'm too big. Good. Perfect. You guys doing great. Now again, if you're feeling fancy, we can do one of these guys, but we keep that rotation. Good. Fantastic. All right, and back slow. Remember, we let go slowly. We release. Good job, guys. Wow, that was really, really good. So there you go. That's it for the day. It's Friday. It's going to be kind of wet and gross this weekend. So, dampness is pretty bad. So make sure you bundle up. But get out there. Get some fresh air. It's always good to get fresh air. Again, I didn't go yesterday. I regret it. I should have gone out for a walk. So today, that's what I'm going to be doing. But listen, enjoy your day. Enjoy your weekend. For all you down in the States, have a good Thanksgiving weekend. Be safe. Right? Try to avoid huge crowds. Mask up. Wash those hands. Whatever you do. Always important. Let's invest this year so that we can party next year, right? So that's what it is, guys. Have a great weekend. Be proud of yourself, no matter what you did in these stretches. Whether you're able to do all of them, whether you're able to do half of them, maybe a quarter of them. Maybe you're able just to get started. Maybe you couldn't do any of them, but you tuned in and you watched. And in hopes that you're going to be able to do them someday. All of those, guys, are important. They're important steps in your journey. No two journeys are the same. 7 billion people, we're all different, right? If that's your stage that you're at, and you tuned in today, then you should be proud of yourself. Because that's all it is, right? You are here and you're trying. So be proud of it. I'm proud of you. And we'll see you back here on Monday. Have yourself a great weekend, all right? Bye, everybody.